By early 1944, Hitler's Atlantic Wall stretched from Norway to Spain, a fortress of bunkers, artillery, and deadly obstacles. Concrete bunkers with massive guns lined the coast, while beaches were laced with mines, barbed wire, and steel traps. Hundreds of thousands of German soldiers waited for the Allied assault, yet landing in France was essential to open a second front and relieve the Soviets. Even if the Allies broke through, Hitler's elite panzer divisions waited to strike. The wall's vastness was also its weakness. The Germans couldn't defend every mile. The Allies would use deception, convincing the enemy the main attack was elsewhere. The stage was set for a plan of illusion that could change the course of the war. A frontal assault on Fortress Europe would be catastrophic, so Allied High Command turned to deception. If you can't overpower your enemy, outwit them, feed their expectations, and strike where they least expect. This was the genesis of the Ghost Army. Early successes in North Africa proved that tactical trickery could sway battles. Now the Allies would scale up deception to shape the entire campaign. The Germans prided themselves on intelligence gathering. The Allies decided to drown them in false information. They created a phantom army, existing only in radio signals, fake documents, and the minds of German analysts. This ghost force would threaten false invasion sites, drawing real German divisions away from the true target. The gamble was immense, but the potential reward, saving thousands of lives, made it worth the risk. The Ghost Army was about to step onto history's stage. To conjure an army from thin air, the Allies needed new weapons, illusions. Inflatable tanks crafted by artists fooled enemy pilots into seeing entire armored divisions. Dummy aircraft and landing craft, built from canvas and wood, filled fake airfields and harbors. Soldiers staged scenes of activity, making the illusion come alive. Sound engineers blasted recordings of tanks and troops, creating the noise of armies on the move. At night, these sonic tricks convinced German listeners that massive forces were gathering. The most sophisticated tool, radio deception. Ghost Army operators mimicked the radio chatter of real divisions, moving their signals to suggest entire armies shifting positions. For German intelligence, these signals were indistinguishable from the real thing. Every detail, from fake tank tracks to spoofed radio, wove the illusion tighter. The Ghost Army's arsenal was creativity itself, turning art, sound, and signal into weapons of war. The deception was ready for its grand performance. The Germans would soon be fighting shadows. Operation Fortitude was the Allies' master deception, convincing the Germans the invasion would strike Pas-de-Calais, not Normandy. Fortitude North threatened Norway, tying down German troops far from France. Fortitude South created a phantom 1st US Army Group under General Patton, staged in Kent. Double agents like Garbo fed the Germans a stream of convincing lies. The Germans believed every word, shaping their defense around a phantom threat. As D-Day neared, the deception reached its peak. The world held its breath. June 6, 1944, D-Day. As Allied troops stormed Normandy, Operation Fortitude faced its ultimate test. The Germans, convinced Normandy was a diversion, kept their best divisions at Pas-de-Calais. The Ghost Army ramped up fake radio traffic while Garbo sent urgent messages insisting the real invasion was still to come. Confusion and hesitation gripped the German command. Elite panzer divisions, which could have crushed the beachhead, sat idle, waiting for an attack that never came. This delay gave the Allies time to secure Normandy and push inland. Even as the truth dawned, the threat of Fusag kept German forces pinned. The Ghost Army never fired a shot but neutralized Hitler's best troops. It was a stunning victory of mind over might. The men on the beaches owed their lives in part to an army of illusions. The power of deception had changed the course of the war. The Ghost Army was a unit like no other. Artists, architects, sound engineers, and ad men, not typical soldiers. Their mission to perform the greatest show on Earth, with the German army as their audience. Artists like Bill Blass designed inflatable tanks and fake insignia, while actors spread rumors in French towns. Sound engineers, veterans of radio and film, orchestrated the noises of phantom armies, often dangerously close to enemy lines. Every detail mattered. A single mistake could unravel the illusion. Behind the scenes, British intelligence masterminds controlled double agents, crafting believable stories for German consumption. They understood the enemy's psychology, feeding them just enough truth to make the lies irresistible. The Ghost Army's success was a blend of creativity, technical skill, and psychological insight. Their work blurred the line between war and theater. With every fake tank and whispered rumor, they shaped the battlefield from the shadows. Their deceptions saved lives and changed history. The true weapon was imagination. The Ghost Army's story is more than a wartime curiosity. It's a lesson in the power of perception. D-Day proved that controlling the enemy's beliefs can be as decisive as any battle. Today, psychological warfare has evolved. Cyber attacks, social media, and disinformation campaigns are the new tools, but the goal remains to confuse, mislead, and paralyze the enemy. The Allies' success came from understanding their adversary's mind and feeding their expectations. The inflatable tanks and sonic tricks were props. The real weapon was the lie, expertly delivered. In modern conflict, shaping the narrative is as vital as firepower. The Ghost Army's legacy endures, reminding us that the battle for truth is never over. In a world of information warfare, the ghosts of 1944 still march on. Deception, when wielded wisely, can change the fate of nations.